Let's give it a try here. I hope everybody's doing okay. I gotta do something real quick. I gotta share this out. Share it. Gotta tweet it. Go back here. Let's try to share it on old Facebook. Sharon, hello. All right. I have finally shared it out. I couldn't get online for a couple of minutes. I've been trying. I had to turn my data off and then turn it back on. I had some kind of a problem. Not sure what's happening. Damn old Google Pixel's annoying though. This Google Pixel has been one of the most annoying phones I've ever had. It may be a coincidence that I'm having bad network and I got the Google Pixel at the same time, but I'm not sure. Hey, Chris Tech, what's happening? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the signal or I don't really know what's going on. I'm sizzling away trying to get home. Jamie, hello? It's finally the start. I'm in my dad's RV because your AC broke. Really? I've had to do that before. Sometimes I can't fix the AC quickly. And that sucks if it's a central air unit. When the big AC goes out these days, if it ain't repairable, it's a fortune. It's actually bad. To fix a big AC nowadays costs as much as a house did back in the day. How's life going? It's going all right. No worries, I guess. Just getting by, you know. Life I can't complain too much. Well, I always can complain. Being grateful is harder. I don't know why. Yeah, you can't sleep in the heat. You could. You get used to it. Just a generation ago, people didn't have air conditioning, remember? Air conditioning is a new phenomenon. We'd never had that before. Whoop, whoop, another weekend. J-Boy, what's up? Oh, by the way, J-Boy, I watched that video about that dude from the UK, or wherever he was from. The one that went to, hey, Tony D, how you doing? Chris, just man up, I hear. Yeah, you get used to it. Your grandmother. Yeah, my mother bought my grandmother an AC because she never would buy one. So my mom finally put one in her house. We used to visit grandma with no AC, and I don't remember ever being complaining, to be honest. Yeah, I don't remember that. Complaining. We'd be at my grandma's house all the time with no AC. I don't ever recall missing AC. Yeah, I can't think of ever complaining about it or thinking about it. I guess it was bad. My mom bought one when we were kids for my grandmother, but we stayed there all the time. I don't remember sweating to death. It must have been fine. AC's a modern luxury. They kept their windows open and fans running. Yeah, that's true. They had windows open, screen in there, and a fan or two running. But the weather in the U.S. is cooler than Saudi. People in Saudi lived here forever without air conditioning. So people have been living that way since the beginning of time. All over America, out west, from New Mexico to Arizona, they lived in the desert with no AC. It's always, you watch the video, and yeah, I watched the video. I'm sure there's two sides to every story, but it seems like he just got in trouble for going to North Korea and doing a speech. But then again, He was with some shady people, so I don't know. I actually chatted with him a little bit on Instagram. We didn't talk a lot because you can't chat much. I just said, hey, what he's up to. Yeah, I messaged the old boy on Instagram. Just greetings and regards, nothing more. I do know that they had an American guy that was there too, and he got 5 years in jail. The problem was that Spanish guy. Yeah, I just said hello, chatted with him. Apparently, he's still in Saudi. Maybe it was him. It's his account. It seemed like him, but he couldn't do a video call. I guess he was afraid and didn't want to be in trouble. I don't know. I'm sure he's all right. No telling, all that political stuff, and you're not supposed to go to UK. Doesn't matter where you're from, you violate some treaties. I mean, you're not supposed to go to North Korea. If you go there, you get in trouble, especially if they think you did some kind of business promotion. I would say it's the same thing nowadays. If he was in the wrong, the British authorities would have gotten him. That's weird. It's a little strange. It's definitely an odd case. I don't really know how to interpret it. I'm no legal guy. But after watching that, I ain't going to no North Korea. I wouldn't even go there for an ice cream sundae. You go there, apparently you're on a damn, you could be in trouble easy. I bet you the same thing will happen with Russia. If you just visit there, you come back, they'll lock you up. I don't see how they enforce this stuff. Really. Apparently they have information. Probably the guy who got locked up the first time, the American guy, he probably said a bunch of nonsense and incriminated the other guy, the British guy. I don't know, though. I have no idea. Maybe it's just one of them weird freak things and they're going to make an example out of him. God only knows. By the way, folks, we're talking about a guy who was like into Bitcoin education. They invited him to a conference in North Korea to talk about Bitcoin. And somehow they looped his meeting into teaching them how to smuggle money or launder or get money, something like that. And 2 guys were there. I'm sure there's more to the story. I would think so. I don't see how they put you on FBI's most wanted if you didn't do anything. So I'm pretty sure something happened. We don't know the whole deal. But it's really weird that we arrest a non-American, There was an American who went to North Korea and returned to America, passed away. Yeah, but that dude that went to America and became a vegetable, it's different. He went to North Korea and he ripped their political posters off and stole one. I mean, I have empathy for anybody. Nobody deserves to die. Hey, Rod, what's up? Nobody deserves to die, but of all the places in the world to steal, I would not think North Korea would be a good place, no matter what it is. I wouldn't steal a cup of water in North Korea. Them folks is serious. They don't take no BS. We're going to stop at McDonald's and get one of those mocha frappuccinos. It's the weekend. I need one. Yeah, but I wouldn't even take a French fry in North Korea. Them people serious. They don't put up with no bullshit. I think you make a mistake whenever you do something like that. They go to other countries, you better obey their laws. That's it. That Russian girl that basketball girl that went to Russia learned that. Some drug laws are strict in other countries. That girl got 9 years. I bet if you were Russian, they'd give you more years. I think they gave her a break. I guarantee you don't want to be in trouble in other countries. I think in the Philippines, you're not allowed to talk about the government as a foreigner. It's illegal. They could probably lock you up there forever. Many countries have bad laws. Yeah, hello. Give me a mocha frappuccino, frappe, or whatever it's called, the frozen.
Mocha.
Yeah.
Okay, one, huh?
Yep.
Okay. 16.
Thanks. It's 16 today. The guy at the other place charges me 21. I don't understand McDonald's here. How can the price be different from 1 mile to the next? Yep, same way with Thailand. They don't talk about the king. Yeah, Thailand, if somebody talks about the king, it's a crime. Hey.
Very long time.
Yeah, I come here in the morning sometime, but they always block the delivery. People block the window in the morning. Thanks. I've tried to come here for breakfast, thanks, but they block the damn delivery people, block the drive-through. I think Turkey has some bad laws too. You know, there's stories for 30 years about Turkish prisons and how people get locked up, thrown away there. Every country has some laws that you ought to pay attention to. What happens is people from the U.S. travel around the world, and the U.K. for that fact, and they think they can do what the hell they want. You can't do what the hell you want when you travel around the world. Many countries don't put up with that bull, you know. People, they don't want to hear it. You get in a lot of trouble in another country. It can be anywhere for anything. Hell, Thailand put the drug people to death. I don't remember who they were. Thailand's really give the death penalty out like a cup of water for their drug addicts. At the end of the day, it's best to stay away from all that stuff. I think even in Russia, those people that put up a rainbow flag, they put them in prison, beat the hell out of them. They don't accept that. Every country has different rules. It's just because you're in America or somewhere else, if you weren't for social media, nobody would know about such cases. Probably. Well, it was on 60 Minutes Australia, and to be honest, I don't really watch much news in Australia. So, maybe if the old days, the public TV would have different shows, but you're right about people probably wouldn't even know about it. Anyway, I watched the whole video of what he did versus what happened, and I honestly can't say anything. I have no idea. But there's definitely some more there that seems different. They'll work it out. I just really thought it strange that the U.S. enforces laws. You know, I don't agree with the law of the U.S. overreaching the boundaries of people that are not American. Even the whole Julian Assange thing, I don't like that he put out my country's secrets, but he's not an American, and I don't see how they're going to expedite him. That don't feel right. It seems wrong. It just don't feel like it's something people should be doing. Arresting citizens from another country. Matter of fact, the main leader of that Bitcoin thing is that Spanish guy, and he's a known North Korean helper, and he's in Spain, and they don't extradite people. Anyway, it is what it is. I've seen different videos from around the world and people begging to free somebody for something that you may not think is bad in your country. Other countries don't like it. I've seen that many a times throughout the years. There's always some internet guru and they want to free him because he did something wrong. Anytime you go to another country and cause chaos or riots, I'm pretty sure that's not allowed either. People in Hong Kong thought they could act up and do a bunch of nonsense, and then the Chinese government showed them they can't be doing that. You can't change the world. The moral of the story is living in another country, watching one's back, zero consideration for a foreigner. Yeah, that's true. Most of the time they love to make an example out of a foreigner. That's number one priority. Yeah, I'm getting a mocha frappe. We're a little slow today. I'm not sure why. You definitely want to keep yourself out of trouble when you travel around the world. You know, I would probably say don't be going to North Korea. On no circumstances. There's too many ways it can go wrong. Thank you. Whoop. Yeah, don't be headed over to North Korea. I wouldn't even go as a tourist. Did your live complaint with the BA about the chicken place? No, I asked somebody at the office too. I don't know if he did or not. Damn lid won't open up. Hold on, I gotta pull over. I got a problem. This lid is not opening. What the hell is wrong with this thing? Hey man, this ain't cool. Oh, finally. I couldn't get it open. Oh, I wish I knew their secret, how they make their stuff taste so good. Okay. Put my shade in the window so I don't boil. As the dusk gone in Jebel here in Khobar, it seems to be getting better. It looks a lot better here. Yeah, the dust went away. Most of it anyway. I'm glad it did. I don't want a dusty weekend. Dusty weekend is annoying. Oh, I'm going to get a brain freeze. I better be careful. That fine dust gets through the doors and the windows. Yeah, man, it's so bad. This morning when I got to work, I don't know, for the first 2 hours, I must have sneezed 15 times from the dust coming through the cracks. I wonder if they're going to lock up people who go to Russia too. You know, that basketball player girl, Russia's on the sanctions. I wonder if they're going to lock everybody up who goes to Russia just like they did that North Korean dude. I guess they'd have to show you went there for a business thing, I guess. I bet you people coming back from, Americans coming back from Russia, if they've been over there doing some kind of business, they're going to find themselves in the same crap. Some kind of problem. I need to go get a list of countries that are on sanctions so I don't accidentally go somewhere wrong. I never even thought about it before. Now that I watch that video, I better think about it. I better make sure I don't go somewhere that's on a list. We probably can't go to Venezuela either. The sun is barely coming up here at 6:55, really. I'm sure it won't be easy to get visa for Russia for Americans after the war, maybe. You never know. They gave that basketball girl a visa. Why'd they give one to her? The sun's still up here for another couple hours, actually. You know, I wonder how that basketball player's got visas to go to Russia. And you know, Dennis Rodman goes to North Korea and plays basketball all the time. Why he didn't get in trouble? They have to have something more than just visiting. You had to commit a crime. There's no way that they just throw you in jail for visiting. Remember Dennis Rodman and a bunch of players was going to North Korea every other year to play basketball. He's a minority, maybe. Yeah, he goes over there. He didn't get no trouble. And he went there as a group of players. You tell me he went there for free and paid his own way? I don't think so. I don't think old Rodman went to North Korea for free. I doubt that. He's not being picked on. Yeah, that's true. I guess the days came from the North Kuwait and Iraq side, did it? I guess they pick and choose who they enforce the laws on. I'm not real sure. The laws of this is very complicated to understand. Tim Beers, what's up, Timmer? I would think if you go to one of these no-go countries, you should probably get permission from the state government office, or go to there and officially and ask if you need anything before you do it. The State Department or your consulate or somebody, they should be able to tell you if it's okay. Even though I've never heard of somebody needing permission to go some other country, maybe you should ask. You can't wait for August. Man, I wish September was over. It gets better after August, but September, once that's gone, I'm really good in August. October is my favorite start of the month. Visit Russia if you don't want to come back. I ain't going to Russia. Hell no. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going anywhere that you're not supposed to go. I'm too much of a sissy to set in some prison in some third world place. Maybe you want to make an example of him and war on all crypto people. That's maybe a good thing. Yeah, maybe. I ain't going somewhere where I'm not supposed to go. Ain't no way. If they tell me not to go, no problem. I ain't going. The only place I need to go, I think August, maybe next month, I have to go to the UK. I'm going to Windsor, I don't know, some conference thing at some Windsor residence or something. So I'll be in the UK next month, I believe. I gotta look at the calendar. But it's a Motorola thing. I hadn't been to a Motorola event since before COVID. It's amazing how little travel I've done in the past 2 years. I've never sat around in one country this much in 15 years. It's crazy. 2 places I usually need to go are home and to the bathroom. I hear you. A lot of times I do need to go to the bathroom. I concur. That'll be a breather for me. I need to get out of Jebel. Yeah. You know, I've been to the Philippines a couple times, but I really hadn't been anywhere. Every time I wanted to go somewhere, you couldn't go. I think it's all over now. Any plan to visit Riyadh? No, not right now. There is something coming up in Riyadh. Matter of fact, I got an email today. I'll have to look at it. There's some event coming up in Riyadh. How did you do with no AC back in the day? I was a child, a baby. I don't know. I guess I dealt with it. Hey, good to see you too. Yeah, I guess, you know, when I was in kindergarten, I don't remember not being home. We didn't have AC at my grandma's. I don't remember suffering. I have no memory of it, so apparently it wasn't bad. We just dealt with it. My parents and grandparents used to take us to these camp meetings. It's like a church that's outside and it's got no walls and they only had fans. Now, I remember people in the summer at these camp meetings sweating to death. I was a kid. I was probably hot, but I don't remember suffering. Don't delete the stream today. Yeah, I won't do it. Yesterday it was spelled wrong and I couldn't fix it. He doesn't seem to bother kids as much. I guess so. It didn't bother me when I was a kid. I don't remember suffering. Wet blanket on the door is the trick. Wet blanket on the door are the trick, is it? I don't remember a lot of air conditioning when I was a child. It wasn't really something you thought about. Some people had it, some people didn't. Actually, my mind, we didn't have AC until I was 12. I don't think we did either. I don't remember air conditioning until about 1975. And I must have been 12 years old also. Before that, I don't think we had air. You remember going to tent revivals? They were back when I was a kid. Yeah, I hated them things. Going them revivals with the family. You go to a tent revival, you sit in them revivals for 5-6 hours a day. But all your relatives and everybody you knew were there. Boy, it was terrible. Making kids go to them revivals. It was like a punishment, I felt. But then again, you're meeting all your cousins, your family, and your friends from around, so. We used to go to all sorts of church events. My mom got air conditioning for the dog. No way. maybe about 12 years old. I'm saying like you, Sharon. I think it's when we had air. That's the first time I can remember arguing about how cold to keep the house. Your mom loves to watch your replay broadcast, feels happy. Thanks. I recall that my mom, we'd all argue about the thermostat in the house. They'd crank it up and I'd crank it back down. I bet I cost Dad a fortune back when I was a kid. I'd always turn that damn thing down to freezer mode. Mom would always get pissed. Just get fans and turn them on. My mom wanted to keep the temperature at 76 Fahrenheit. I needed it to be 74. Those 2 degrees were a difference between being comfortable and not. I'd come home at night and I'd turn that thing down to 60. They'd be so pissed. I remember doing that all the time. Everybody getting angry. I wouldn't leave the thermostat alone. I tell you what, McDonald's sure is a nice thing to have. Oh. All right, let's go in the house. And the weekend starts. I don't know what I'm going to do. Our first AC was a window unit. It was only for the living room, really. In Spain now, is illegal to have the AC under 27. Really? So Spain don't have electric? Old generations were suffering. I guess they were. God bless my parents and my grandparents. I didn't suffer. I don't remember it. Maybe when I was a kid we suffered a little bit, but as I got older, we had a lot of blessings. Then again, our life was a lot simpler. No damn internet. Nobody eat out anywhere. You leave the house in the morning, get home by dark. Nobody calling you or bothering you. No phone calls. If you left somewhere, you left. If there was an emergency, I'll be damned. It'll just be an emergency because you can't get a hold of me. Hell, I'd leave my house early in the morning. I would come home till late at night. You couldn't find me anywhere. Yeah, the life was definitely more relaxing. I would be down at the lake fishing about the same time the light came up. We have a lot of relatives in the old days died from a sunstroke. Did you? I do recall when we go to the camp meetings or tent meetings, revivals, I do recall some of the older people getting sick from the heat. They would be fanning them and the ladies would be sweating to death. Ladies would pass out most of the time. Earl, what do you want? Okay, I'm glad you're here. Be quiet. Earl looks really bad today. He got another haircut yesterday. I didn't finish it. He looks ridiculous. His tail looks like a rat. Poor old Earl not looking too good these days. Let's check out what Earl looks like. Check him out. Earl, where are you? Where are you? Hello? Look at his tail. I gave him a half a haircut. I got to finish up. I don't think I should have cut so much hair up his tail. His tail looks like a tail off a rat. You look ugly, bro. Yeah, you look like hell. Who cut your hair? You look like a dingy old cat. Yeah, I hear you. Uh, uh, finish the haircut. I may a little bit later. Haircut in 3 days, more like Sudan style. You can't cut him all at one time. He wants to run off, and I cut as much as I can. Then I just stop. I finish the rest later. He gets a good haircut once every 6 months or once a year. At least nobody will steal Earl. Yeah. Quit. You know, it's summer. It's so hot. Randy, whatever happened to the female doctor who used to talk with Maria? You know what? You want to hear about Maria? It's actually unfreaking believable. What Maria did, one day she deleted me and everybody I know. And I sent her a message. I said, hey, what happened to you? She replied, leave me alone. I was just on your live so I could learn English. I'm finished and I don't want to talk to you. And she was rude as hell. She told me, leave me alone. I was only there to learn English. I don't want to talk to you or even to talk about you. Go away. I was shocked. Treated me like a total asshole. That is the meanest lady. Never had nobody treat me like that. I was just practicing English. I don't want to be around you or anyone you know. All right. Thank you, man. Weird stuff, huh? I never had anybody that bad. She was just downright mean. I never had nobody that mean. That's probably the meanest messages I've ever gotten in my life. And I've gotten some bad ones, you know, with threats and all, but just for somebody that hung out with you guys all the time and we assumed that was a friend, she was a nasty person. You know what? She did come back around a year later and tried to start chatting again. I just ignored her. I ignored her. But you know who we haven't seen in a few days? Dr. Picano. I haven't seen him in about a week. I wonder what he's up to. I'll have to message him. Maybe he's not feeling well. I got banned on her chat. Yeah, she banned everybody. She said she didn't want nobody and didn't want to deal with anybody, Thammer. She went weird. It is what it is. I was shocked. I was really shocked the way she acted to people. She went weird, man. She's still online sometimes. I forget where. I don't remember if I've seen her on Twitter or where, but I've seen her somewhere. I don't remember what app it was, but it's been a long time. Earl, would you quit? There's breaking news now. A Lebanese dude entered a bank in Lebanon with a weapon asking him to give him money. Really? Bank robbery in Lebanon. Motzi, never see him after COVID. Motzi's around. He's always on Facebook, though. Yeah, he's on Facebook. Let's see what he's doing right quick. Let's see, when's the last time he was online? He was online July 31st. He posted a memory about his grandson. He posted memories about his grandson during July, but after July, I haven't seen him this month. His last post was in the end of July. I think Jose and Retta. Oh, Retta Moore. I see he drops in every now and again. Big Armo. I see old Big Armo around. He hangs out in spaces. Yeah, Big Armo's over there on spaces. Lebanon's bank have no money and people want their money. Oh. I don't really go to Lebanon. I don't really worry about what they're doing in Lebanon. They always have a problem. Lebanon's business is their business. They just, Lebanon has a problem since damn beginning of time. They can't seem to get their shit together. Lebanon always has a problem. Since I was born, Lebanon, yeah, they've always had a problem. Think Big Armo's on TikTok. Yeah, I seen him on TikTok too. Lebanon they've been in ruin. They're build and bust every few years. Their country's crazy. Even their guy in the government gets on the news and talks bad about everybody. Retta Moore's still in Florida. He gonna be in Florida forever. Retta Moore posts on Twitter a lot. Him and his Hyundai. Retta Moore and his red Hyundai. He was in here last week. He pops in occasionally. He posts nothing but far left news all the time. He's an anti anything Republican or anything like that. He's totally anti-America when it comes to that. He's only lefty. Anything he posts or propagates is nothing to do but telling everybody that left is good and right is bad. And he's just into it too much. And I don't really expect that kind of actions from an immigrant, you know what I mean? Yeah, the Moroccan dude, he's an immigrant. You blocked him? Yeah. He always posts that far left agenda crap. I didn't really care for it. I don't care what you do, I'll still be your friend, but when you take it to a level I can't handle, it's like it's just a little too much. Leave people alone. Just because somebody don't think the way you do, don't harass them. They harass the hell out of people in swarms. Far left in Florida, that boy asking for trouble. Yeah, he'll mess with the wrong group, and he's a foreigner. He may not have a good end to that day. He better be careful. He'll definitely have a problem. He'll run into the wrong guy, and then Florida rednecks are inbred. They're dangerous. Them ones from the middle of the Florida, them people swamp wise is crazy. Died dead 3K say hello. Yeah, those people there is not them swamp boys is a little dangerous. He'll walk in. I'm scanning around. You're right about Big Armo. He was on TikTok. Let me see what my number is now. I deleted over 300 people. I've deleted 300 people from my Facebook. He will be the history if he's tried that left crap in Morocco. Yeah, he tries it a lot. I have deleted 300 people from Facebook that just propagate nonsense and always stirring up trouble. Most of them were realtors. There's just so many people that post stuff that I don't care about in the biggest way, and I don't even like them people. I don't even remember them people. My graduating high school class was over 1,000 people. I don't know half of them. But now that I see their post, I didn't like them then, I don't like them now. They all into nonsense. There's people on Facebook arguing with their children. What movie or series are you watching now? Well, I just finished watching that one airplane movie, The Manifest, and it ended at season 3. I need season 4. And then I started watching another one. I got to look at the things. I don't remember any of it. I let stuff like that go in one ear and out the other. I'll watch a series to the end, and I won't remember a thing about it. I don't really honor or respect anybody in the movie business. I can't even name 10 movie stars. I have no idea who these people are. I don't give them any attention. No way, their own children. Oh yeah, people on there arguing with their children on Facebook about the grandchildren and stuff, and they don't see. It's just weird. I usually delete them people arguing with their children in public on the internet. That's just crazy. I went on an unfollow spree. I got rid of 300 people. I just can't believe I got rid of that many people. I was watching something yesterday. I forget the name of it. Oh, they're at my door with my dinner. Damn, I'm not even hungry yet. He's coming too early. I didn't even order dinner, and he brought dinner. Let's see what he brought. He brought about cauliflower, potato salad, or something. I told him I don't want none. That's nonsense. When I see that on the FB too, yeah, I don't like it. Hey, what are you doing, man? How you doing? Thank you. This dude bought me some dinner. Let me change my clothes real quick. Give me uno moment. I want to take off this shirt, change into a t-shirt. What's up, rat tail little dog? I mean, cat. Earl, you look like hell. Who cut your hair? Huh? You know what, Earl? You look like hell. Yeah, you do. You look silly. You'll be all right. At least you won't be boiling hot. You need a new barber. You're the sucks. All right, let's get in here and see what this guy gave me for dinner. I didn't really order anything. Let's see what he got. He probably got something I won't eat. Or I'll save it for later. I don't know. Let's see what it is. He come awful early. I hope it's not cauliflower. I can't. You hate Facebook. I can't take no more cauliflower. I've been eating cauliflower so much. Huh. Lord knows what it is. I don't know what it is. Looks like. Huh. It's just potatoes. Thank God it's not fish lasagna. It's just like potato pie. It's different. I'm not really hungry. We'll worry about this later. Buckeye, you retracted your message. I think it's like potatoes, cream, and cheese, and something else. I'm not really hungry though. We'll save it for later if I get hungry. Yeah, he never gets the gravy right. When is the last time you talked to your buddy in Vegas? Which one? Which guy in Vegas? I ain't talked to nobody in a while. Now I need a drink of water. He loves cheese and everything. Yeah, that dude loves to put cheese. It covers up his food. Creamy mashed potatoes. It's not bad. Just I wasn't really hungry. Okay. Let's drink some water and forget the dinner. I'm not in the mood to eat. All right, here we go. Some cold water. You live on cheese. Man, I have to admit I love cheese. Yeah, that's a lot of food to eat. I ain't eating it. That's why I just took a few bites. That's about it. I'm not hungry. Nice to see me on YouTube. George, good to see you. Was he a comedian or something like that? Man, oh, that's Todd's brother. He's a singer in the casinos. Yeah. He does acting like he pretends like he's a different, like Elvis and things. I see him online occasionally. Let's see where he's at right now. We'll look him up. Let me see where he's at. We can probably track him down. Let's see. I know he's been real busy in his life. He found a little girl and he fell in love. And this gal and him go everywhere. Well, apparently he's on stage doing something. Look, here he is. This is old Chad. He's on stage doing something. I don't know what he's doing. Let's see what he's up to. Oh, here he found this gal. He fell in love with this girl. And him and this girl became shadows of each other. So I don't know if they got married yet or not. They're shadows. Let's see. Chad was at the Siskiyou Golden Fair, Yucca, California. Oh, he's on tour. He's singing on tour. There he is singing. He's singing and acting all the time. He does anything and everything. Oh, Chad's a busy dude. Let's see, where is he at? He did a George Jones. He does all sorts of acts. There he is. He was country artist. Let's see, Chad. He's with the Santa Barbara County Fair. He's been around Vegas and roaming around Santa Barbara back in July. He's got a guy. He was doing Elvis wedding stuff and Elvis Wedding Chapel. He does everything. He's a hustler, makes a living singing. Oh, Chad was here kicking some butt at the Flying X Saloon over in Havasu City. He gets around. He's a working artist. You know, he's one of them guys that works and makes a living singing. Nice guy. He still lives in Vegas, but I guess he's traveling around singing, doing different venues. I got a lot of friends that are in music business and all, actors in business. They're lucky they make a living doing it. He got real lucky. He gets booked all over. He does like impersonators. You know, he acts like he's Elvis. He acts like he's Garth Brooks, and he sings just like him. So he gets a lot of business. He stays booked all the time. He must make good money. Him and his gal were in Hawaii not long ago roaming around, so he must do pretty good. Travels around America, heads to Hawaii. He was in June, he was in Lahaina at the Kanapali Golf Resort. I can't even pronounce where he was. How do you pronounce this stuff? Chad was over there in Lahaina, Hawaii at the Kanapali Golf Resort. Him and some friends. He's doing good. Aren't your neighbors singing the Bahrain? Yeah, my neighbor. That was funny. I forgot about that. The guy who was my neighbor in Tennessee. I run into him at his ass in Bahrain. He was a singer at a club over there doing a venue. A lot of people where I come from is in country music business. It is kind of funny. I forgot all about that old boy. He's from damn right down the street from me, and I walked in. He's in Bahrain. He was a singer. He had a band there singing at some Texas steakhouse. They make a living doing it, I guess. It's all right. I think it's probably pretty fun to make a living singing. I just don't want to be in no smoky bar every day of my life, you know? I couldn't handle that part. I don't like loud music, smoky places. Well, I wouldn't sit well with me. I hate it when you walk into a place and the music is so loud, it's just disturbing. Even when I was young, I hated super loud music. I didn't mind going to an amphitheater that's outside, but I definitely didn't want to go to any concert hall. Inside, closed up, turning the music up to 5 million decibels, a bunch of morons trying to blow each other's brains out with sound waves. I've never have been a lover of freaking loud music. It's something I just don't like. I prefer more peace and quiet than loud music. What do you want, Earl? You got food and water. Everything's good. I'm busy. Leave me alone. Earl's back behind me, harassing me. He knows he's going to get the rest of his hair cut soon. He better chill out. You won't like AC/DC. I like AC/DC. I went to Metallica and Guns N' Roses at the LA Coliseum. Is the COVID situation good in America now in order to go there for tourism? I don't know. I guess so. I really don't know. I don't know if it's good or over. Who knows? Now that I've had COVID, I'm not as scared as I used to be. They say you can get it 2 or 3 times. Now that I had it once, I know what it's like. I didn't like it, but I don't think I'm going to die from it. Yeah, but now that I've had the COVID, I'm not as scared as I was. You know, they had us scared to death on the TV, the hospitals, and the news. The dollar is equal to the euro. Laugh out loud, of course. Yeah, it is. Dollar's actually, last week became more valuable than the euro. Euro's losing track. See, the euro thought they could base a currency on joining a bunch of nations under one continent and making them the European Union. But at the end of the day, if you're a member of a many-country European Union and one of your neighbors, whether he's a union member or not, gets in trouble and you don't help him, you're pretty much, everything goes down in your world. See, Putin attacked Ukraine. Now that it doesn't matter why and what the story is there, but when all your neighbors don't do anything, that pretty much shows you they don't have a union at all. Streaming at Texas Star Steakhouse, I bet they love some biscuits and gravy. They get all right over there. But yeah, nobody helping Ukraine on the ground, that pretty much made the euro worthless. It'll go down even more. I suspect the euro will reach 50 to the dollar before the end of the year. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking the euro will drop down to about 50 per dollar. I mean, 50 cents, 50 halala. So a euro will be worth a half a dollar. That's my guess. They're going to have to change things. And then the UK got out. It's all a game. Yeah, it's all a game. All currency manipulation is a game. I'm just glad I'm from America. We're pretty good at the game. We screw up every now and again, but the people, the crooks and thieves running our country do a good job. I don't like everything they do, but they're pretty good crooks and thieves. UK smart to run away from the Union. I think so. They don't want that British pound in that thing. British pound's strong. Yeah, we got the best scammers in America. All our bankers and lawyers and all the thieves come from America. They invent all the scams. So at least I'm from the home of the economic terrorists. We'll put sanctions on your ass if you make us look bad. It sounds terrible, but it's the way it is, you know. We'll slap you into broke. The new word is now, we don't go to war. We economically just beat you to death. So that's all. We wonder what happened to everybody. I saw your post on Twitter about inflation and Saudi was the lowest. Yeah, damn old Saudi's doing great. Did you guys know that? Check this out. Let me show you something. Damn if Saudi didn't conquer the beast. This is the global inflation rate around the world. Check these numbers out. The lowest inflation on the planet, Saudi Arabia, was only 2.3%. However, if you come down to the US, we're currently at 8.5%. And then you get down here to Venezuela and Turkey and Argentina, their countries are just screwed. 167% inflation, 79 and 64. But I'm surprised how many countries are above America. America's really hurting on the old inflation map. We're not doing too well. We're getting down near the bottom of the list. We better be careful. That's why your life is becoming so expensive. Inflation's off the charts. Saudi is the lowest inflation in the world, in the globe. They're doing really well. I don't know why America has such a problem. Mexico's doing better than America, so is Canada. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, the inflation index in the world, we're not doing too good. We need to do something. I think oil prices up and Saudi pays their bills and keeps their economy in track. Their inflation's going to stay the lowest. They're doing good. Japan seems to be doing good. So they have raided Trump's pad. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. Interesting, none of the GCC countries on the list. Yeah, the other ones didn't make it because they actually have problems. I can talk about each country if you'd like. I'm only going to touch on one. Currently, the country of Bahrain, the dinar is like 10 dinars per 1 rial. It's a high-valued currency, but that currency is pegged to the dollar, so you have to pay to keep that pegged. Now, Bahrain has been broke for around 39 months, and each time their currency is about to collapse, Saudi Arabia and the Emirates influx a bunch of money to them so their economy and currency doesn't collapse. So that's why they're not on the list. Some of the other countries are hurting. And Dubai and the Emirates, they have had a collapse in all the value of their properties, so they're not going to be there. They're in a decline area right now that they're kind of lost and don't know what to do. So a lot of the other GCC countries have screwed themselves up. Isn't the GCC currency pegged to the dollar? They are. But if they don't peg it to the they pay to peg it to the dollar. However, they still have to control their reserves. They keep paying to peg it to the dollar. We're talking about the rate of inflation, what it costs to live in each country. Saudi's the most affordable right now when it comes to the inflationary scale. We're not doing too good in the U.S. It's kind of sad. I wish we would fix it. It's not very nice to see our inflation out of control. Our politics hurt us a lot, Like you say, invading Trump's place. Whether Trump did anything or not, don't be bothering the ex-presidents. Just leave them the hell alone. They've never bothered them throughout history. When you dig up the old bones on any matter, whether it's true or not, you ruin the economy for the majority of the normal Americans. If we want to dig in the past of everybody, George Bush attacked Iraq without a reason and they had no weapons. He should be tried as a criminal and already be in prison. But they don't care what George Bush did. They're worried about Donald Trump. They need to go back and get the people who really did something wrong. Bush attacking Iraq without any reason is criminal. They're still suffering today. But they want to pick on Trump because maybe he had a document from his file about something that happened a little while, nothing big. Nobody want to talk about old George Bush invading Iraq for no reason. They had no weapons of mass destruction. We invaded Iraq, put Saddam in prison, gave him away, and they put him in a warehouse and hung him from a beam. That's not how you treat world leaders. That's Nazi stuff there. They should have gave. Anyway, I don't agree with a lot of stuff in the world. I ain't saying Saddam Hussein is any angel at all, but he sure didn't deserve to die by being hung in a garage. Evil men. Yeah, there's some evil people doing bad things. Wonder what the inflation is in Qatar since the World Cup. The inflation, let's go look where Qatar is. Hold on. Let's see if they're on the list. I have a link to the whole list in the world. Okay, let's look at the list here. First of all, this list is of the G20 countries. If you're not in the G20, you don't even get on the list. Yeah, these are the G20. Qatar is not a G20 nation. Qatar is probably going to fall under, what do they call it? Maybe Asia? Let's see. Yeah, Qatar is considered an Asian they're not even a powerful G20 nation. They're at 5.4. They're still doing better than America. America's at 8 something. If you look at Asia, the worst place in the world is Lebanon and Syria. Hi, Tina. Lebanon, Syria, Iran, Pakistan, Georgia, Turkmenistan, all these countries are doing real bad. If we go into Europe, who's the worst in Europe? Oh, Turkey's under Europe too. Damn, make up your mind. What list are you going to put these people on? Anyway, the world index, I'm talking about the G20 index. You look at the whole world index it's totally, the numbers are the same, but there's other players there, but they're not that important. If your GDP is about minus 20 per person, you don't really have an economy. They can put you a number out there, but your economy don't matter. You know, most countries, there's more people in Los Angeles. Can you believe Qatar paid $225 billion for the World Cup? You know, I don't really know anything about this World Cup stuff. And $225 billion seems like a lot of money. I'm not the smartest guy, but I don't think that's going to be coming back anytime soon. 225 billion. If you give a portion of that to every citizen, I think they'd be rich citizens. I think that's a bit of BS right there. $225 billion. That's crazy. I didn't know football was that big a deal. You know what? I'm a little hungry now. I think I'm going to eat some of that potato stuff that he brought me. My hunger is now getting to me. Let's eat some of this potato creamy nonsense he gave me. See what I can eat a little of it. It's a big scam. I bet a lot of crooks use that money. I don't know. You know, all these world events that people pay $1 billion for, I don't understand. It's confusing. You know, they pay for Formula One races and all that. I just wouldn't do it. I don't understand the benefit. I got some kind of creamy, cheesy something potato casserole thing. It's kind of plain. It needs something more. It's a little plain. You know, it's a little plain. I really don't know what it is. It's like potatoes with cheese. Probably needs some gravy. Oh, everything needs gravy. It's real plain. Garlic and onion powder. Oh, that would be good. I don't have any of that right now. I think it's instant mashed potatoes because they melt in your mouth like a glass of water. It's not real potatoes, it's instant. Yeah, it's some kind of instant potato. Strange. Tastes good, just plain. He went a little too plain. I think I could have used a little more, some kind of flavoring. Should have HP barbecue sauce. I don't have nothing. I think it's just instant potatoes. That's all it is. I don't really need no more of that. Scallions. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, I don't need to eat all that. That's just not even healthy. That's just a bunch of instant potatoes. I think he just made them with water too, not milk or anything. You know, the cook's trying to get creative. I can't complain. It's better than some of them other dishes that used to come out of that kitchen. Some of the fish lasagna and the other nonsense they used to make here was terrible. Ah, water's better. Well, I need to figure out what happened. Yeah. You know what? I'm pretty surprised the Saudis' inflation rate is so low. They've done a good job. I wonder if that's how they kept the inflation rate down. You know, I wonder how they kept it down. Since Earl got his haircut, he bitches a lot more. I'm going to finish his haircut. I'm going to cut him down where he looks like a rat. I'd like to give him a mohawk. I need a cat beautician. What are those people called? One of them cat people. Cut his hair all off. Well, I guess I could lay down and go in and watch something on Netflix. I'm bored. But I'm tired, you know. I'm not sure what I'm going to get into, but I'll get into something. Tomorrow I'll probably get up and go to the desert, see if we can see any camels, as long as it's not too bad. The groomer, there you go. I need a cat groomer. Be nice if they had one to come to your house. Maybe the vet increase helps. The VAT helps? Maybe it does. The company responsible for food is disastrous. Are they looking for a cheap cook, save money? The company responsible for the food is a French company. They are a French company who hires Sri Lankan and Bangladesh people, and they take advantage of them. They pay them peanuts and work them 360 days a year, and they go home about every 2 or 3 years. When they want to go home, it takes them 3 months to get their money. Those French people are a little tough on them. I thought other countries were greedy. Saudi is good hand, I guess. Yeah, Saudi's doing good. It's being managed. You're right about it. Probably the VAT helped the country overcome everything. Anyway, whoever manages the economics in Saudi is doing a good job. Whether people like it or not, they're doing a good job. No matter how good things are, people find a way to bitch, though. But whoever manages the economic affairs of Saudi is doing a damn good job. We need some of that inspiration in America. Some compounds in Riyadh look like a 5-star resort. Yeah, I've seen those. They don't have that out here, Thammer. This is Jebel Balad. There ain't no 5-star resort here. This is the crappiest compound in the whole country. Right near it. This one is just lame. Yeah, some of them Riyadh compounds are beautiful. They're like resorts. This compound here is no resort. This is just housing. It's nothing to brag about. Even where I stay looks like an old Motel 6. Doesn't even look like a proper hotel. It looks like a Motel 6. But I'm not here to live in luxury. I'm here just to work, so I don't care. Cup of Joe, what do you know? What are you up to, Cup of Joe? You been writing them love letters all day? You've been writing the hell out of them love letters. I got your PayPal thing. I appreciate that. Yeah, old Cup of Joe's got them love letters going. Motel 6 without a H, yeah. Biden's office is making statements again on Twitter. Biden says we saw it during the pandemic. Factories overseas that made microchips shut down, bringing the global economy with them and driving up costs for families. The chips and science laws make our supply chain more secure. Oh my God. Saudis are smart. They learned how to turn a desert into a paradise. Yes, they are. Biden just passed another new law about some kind of chip and chain supply. Oh my God. He's signing a lot of shit, man. How many executive orders is old Biden signing? He's going to ruin America. I hope he don't. I remember you loving coffee, but not lately. Yeah, I just quit buying it all the time. I was spending too much money on coffee. The money that I used on coffee, I quit and I only buy Nescafe. And after saving that money that I was going to use on my coffee, instead of drinking coffee, I quit completely. I only drink Nescafe. I had quit drinking the coffee about a year ago. You know how much money I saved? I saved enough to buy a little boat. Really? The money I saved by quitting cigarettes and stopping the coffee gave me enough, and broadcasting gave me a little extra money where I could buy a little sailboat. Nothing great, but I bought one. Look, I bought this boat for the money I saved from quitting cigarettes and quitting coffee. That's what I use the money for. So there you go. Nescafe gives you gas. Well, you're not supposed to pour it in your ass, Joe. Drink it. So the money I was spending on myself, I quit spending and was able to buy a boat. Little bitty boat, nothing great, but it's good for me. Yeah, Joe, try not putting that coffee there. Try to add water to it, drink it through your mouth. It wasn't a product for Uranus. If everything gives you gas, you may have some butthole problems. You better get it checked out. I got a friend that lives near you. He's an amateur colonographer. If you'd like somebody to come over and give you a coloscopy, he's good at it. He's an amateur, but it won't cost you much. Nescafe sucks. Yeah. Everyone come together and get the current people out of their offices and America be better. I hear you. 4 acres, what's up? You're going to pass on that, Joe? You sure? Hell, he'll give you a discount. He gives home service. You'd be shocked. Get you some home service coloscopy thing, whatever it's called, colonoscopy or whatever it's called. I hear it don't hurt bad. He's got small hands. I know I wouldn't want no boy with no big hands. Did you see what happened in the Philippines yesterday? Check this out. You know, when we go around Mindanao and we ride on the ships, We were taking the Cebu to Mindanao Coke Leon ferry. Last night, did you see the guy who shot the doctor in Florida because he made No, I didn't see that. Look at this. Last night, the dude was driving with the ferry. He fell asleep and hit an island. It happened last night. Can you believe that? He fell asleep and hit an island. Luckily, nobody got hurt, and they got another ship to get the passengers off. I ride these ships. I put my car in there. I do it all the time. Moron fell asleep, hit an island. The captain of the ship fell asleep, hit an island. That's hilarious. I've been on this boat. I was on that boat 3 months ago. I'm glad I wasn't on it when he fell asleep. What a moron. Fall asleep and hit an island. What about the other crew? They were probably on rest. The story just says the captain fell asleep and they hit an island. Maybe everybody was asleep. The guy in charge didn't do it. Like Columbus, he was going to India. That's right. A lot of people think Columbus discovered America. It was by accident. He thought he was in India. That's why he called the native people of America Indians. He thought he was in India. A lot of people don't know that fact. Columbus left, headed over to India to do trading and make money. He landed, hit America, and the first people he seen, he called them Indians. And that stuck with him till today. We never have fixed that. We still call the people of America Indians. And that was just a damn nautical error. We never did repair that shit. Today, people in America, they're Indians. That's hilarious. Oh, anyway, I'm not really into the whole indigenous people bull BS. When you look at the world, God made the planet for man. Every man on the planet is an indigenous earthling. When you divide it by what continent or what piece of property you live on, you're just a racist. We're all indigenous. Doesn't matter if you're in Saudi or China. Everybody's indigenous to planet Earth because God put you here. They want to tell you, you're not indigenous, you're not this Indian, you're not that. Hey, shut up, man. God put me on this planet just like he put you here. I'm indigenous as I can be. You can't get no more indigenous than me. Everybody in here is indigenous. This is your earth. God put you here. Only man drew lines and made it countries. You can't say who's indigenous and who's not. I'm indigenous. We're all indigenous. They come up with any way to separate people. They got so much nonsense. They separate people for anything and everything. There'll be some new club out tomorrow separating people for some other reason. They think of stuff every day to make us separate each other. They're afraid if we all come together, we'll take back the planet. Oh. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I'm going to do now. I guess I'll go lay on the couch, watch TV. What's everybody going to do this weekend? Anybody have plans? Even though your weekend's not till tomorrow, ours starts today. We all test positive for strep and COVID. Somebody posted something with their whole family tested positive for something. Well, I guess I'm done. Randy, did you see the fancy blue light I sent you for your boat? Yeah, I seen that. What I don't need, though, is anything that pulls electricity. Tons of shit work you haven't to start. Okay, hey, yeah. Yeah, the light looks nice, but I don't want no lights. I don't want anything that uses power. Matter of fact, the less power, I wish I didn't have to have a motor. I want to be free from energy. I want to be able, I can travel around. We bought the wrong motor. I wish I would have bought a smaller motor, to be honest. It is what it is, you know. There was only 2 motors available in where I bought mine, and the other one was too short. I wish I would have bought a different motor and waited, but I had to get my boat out of that damn typhoon. I was not in a good situation, so it was very necessary. All right, Joe, everybody, Tina, Thammer, I recommend you watch The Lincoln Lawyer. You know what? I thought about it, but I didn't. It's a sailboat after all. It is a sailboat. You still need an engine in case you get in a bad area. Yeah, I don't really like the series shows. I like a 2-hour movie and that's it. I see the whole story and get over with. I don't like to have to plan ahead to wait for the next episode. I don't like series. That's kind of like something I don't like. All right, folks. See you guys later. See you tomorrow on Twitch. Hopefully in the coming days, we may start doing more and more and more YouTube. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to stick with Twitch forever. Yeah, I seen it on Netflix. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to accept the way Twitch treats me or I'm going to walk away. I haven't decided yet. They're just making me work too hard. They're not giving me any reward system. Twitch is just really abusing me. All right, Rod. Good to see you, folks. Let me see what I need to do to fix myself. I got to think a lot more about Twitch. I'm just really not happy with the way they're making me work so hard and just being unfair, actually. All right, take care, everybody. Have a good one.